Hey guys, Pastor Steve here with a short video today. I just wanted to come to you and kind of go through really just one verse in Ephesians 5, but it kind of encompasses what Paul is talking about through the chapter. And he says that in the start of the chapter, he says, "Be imitators of God as dear children and walk in love as Christ also loved us and gave himself for us," right? It says he's an offering and a sacrifice to God for a sweet smelling aroma. You've heard it said, where your money goes, that's where your heart is, right? Show me where a man spends his money, and I'll show you what he loves. I'll show you who his God is. I don't think that's a bad saying, right? After all, where we spend the resources that God has blessed us with shows where we think the source of those resources is, and it shows what we believe is most important in this life, but only to a certain point. Later in the chapter, in chapter 5, verse 15, Paul says this: "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, redeeming the time, for the days are evil." I kind of like to say it a different way. Yes, you can tell a lot about someone by where they spend their money. But friends, you can find out even more about a person by where they spend their time. He says, "See that you walk circumspectly," examining yourselves, right? That's what circumspectly means, cautiously, not like a fool, not like everybody else does. He says, redeeming the time. Folks, if we have time to do all these other things that we want to do, right? We can go to the ball games, we can go to the dances, we can go to the formals, we can go to the gatherings, we can go to all of these other get togethers, but we don't spend time with God, His people, and His Word, in prayer, in fellowship, and in study, folks, we're not redeeming the time. And so, yeah, show me where you spend your money, and I'll show you what you love. But even more importantly, show me where you spend your time, and I'll tell you who your God is. Because, folks, given enough time, I could make all the money in the world, but I don't have all the time in the world. And so I just want to leave you with that. When we have the time for everything but God, and we act like we did before we were saved, as our lives are our own and we possess everything in them, we tell the world who our God really is. Bless you, and until the whole world hears, my prayers are with you.